Welcome back to my channel. In my practice, clients often hesitate to turn towards uncomfortable feelings and emotions. And you might be able to relate to that hesitation. Who wants to experience prolonged phases of sadness, anger, or grief? And so when we do our best to get over it quickly. It's almost as if these uncomfortable feelings are an enemy that either needs to be attacked or evaded. And in this video, I'll clarify some of the misconceptions around feelings and emotions and help you understand as to why turning towards these unwanted feelings is actually helpful. Antoinette Biehlmeier, an internationally recognized leader in neuroscience, explains that an emotion consists of a very well orchestrated set of processes in the body that have been established by evolution with the general purpose of helping us survive in life, either by taking care of danger or alerting us to opportunities, which earlier meant food, or something in between. So emotions offer rapid, unconscious answers to problems we are confronted with, which means they help us respond to a situation rather than think about it first. The expression of the essence of an emotion is fairly similar no matter where you are in the world. Of course, the intensity of that expression will differ based on the circumstances, but whether you live now in Norway or in India, joy, anger, or sadness will be expressed similarly. Antoinette Biehlmeier says about feelings that the feeling is the next that happens after an emotion. It's the portrayal of what is going on within when you are having an emotion. And Biehlmeier says something very interesting. If you just have an emotion, you would not necessarily feel it. To feel an emotion, you need a representation of it in brain structures that are actually different from the structures that led to the emotions. So feelings help us to understand our emotions and interpret our experiences. They are subjective compared to emotions. So emotions and feelings, these two words are often used interchangeably, but as we've just heard, they are different. Emotions are a biological response to a trigger in life, whereas feelings are a conscious response to the emotion. And while there are a limited number of emotions, hundreds of words describe our feelings. They also originate in different areas of the brain. Emotions emerge subconsciously in several brain areas, including the subcortical region, the amygdala, and part of the prefrontal cortex. And feelings, on the other side, originate in the neocortical region of the brain and form when your brain assigns a meaning to your emotional experience. Emotions can be rather intense and fleeting, whereas feelings tend to be more long-lasting and stable. There is a common misconception that emotions and feelings are a sign of weakness. You may have been told boys don't cry or that we need to get a handle on our emotions. In reality, emotions and feelings are a natural part of being human and can also be a powerful tool for personal growth and development. When we identify and name our feelings, we can gain insights into why we feel a certain way and make more informed decisions about how we want to respond to the matter at hand. Similarly, by recognizing our feelings, we can better understand our values and our needs. And this can help us make decisions that align more with our beliefs, leading to greater personal fulfillment. So the next time you experience an intense emotion, try to take a step back and identify what you're feeling. Is it anger, frustration, or sadness? Then see if you can explore the feeling underneath the emotion. For example, are you feeling disrespected, powerless, or unappreciated? By doing this, you can better understand yourself and your emotional experience, leading to greater emotional intelligence and well-being. Since emotions are closely connected to body sensations, the body can be a great tool in the decision-making process. By tuning into our emotions and the connected body sensations, we can use them as a guide to make decisions that are more authentic and aligned with our inner truth. And many successful business people rely on their intuition rather than solely on hard data when they need to make a decision. Of course, they have been able to fine-tune the skill throughout their career. They draw upon experience, and certainly they don't ignore objective data in the decision-making process. And there's also a limitation. Deep-seated emotions such as fear can cloud our judgment and mess with our gut feel. So, for example, you have the opportunity to take on a role in a different country. It's a great opportunity for personal and professional growth, and yet for some reason you're hesitating. Why? As a teenager, you may have spent a few months in another country and you had a hard time adjusting and integrating. These uneasy feelings, those parts that had a hard time, now raise their voice and influence how you feel about this pending decision. Making decisions can be complex and may be best done with a balanced mix of intuition, emotions, and reason and data based on research. And then how you feel about the different options may be the final deciding factor. Emotions also motivate us to take action accordingly after we made a decision. So someone who is happy about a decision will take action faster than someone who still has some doubts even after the decision has been made. And therefore, emotions can be the tip of the scale, and using them to make decisions requires good self-awareness and self-knowledge. Developing emotional flexibility enhances our relationships. When we express ourselves genuinely, we show vulnerability and authenticity to those around us. It allows us to connect more deeply with others and fosters greater understanding and empathy. By sharing how we feel and what we need at a given moment, we invite others into our inner world and give them the opportunity to support us in a meaningful way. We also create space for others to share their emotions and experiences with more ease, and as we learn more about each other's inner worlds, it's easier to build more profound levels of trust and intimacy. Now, of course, expressing ourselves with authenticity can be challenging depending on the environment we're in or what experiences we had in the past around being open. Especially if we fear rejection or judgment from others, opening up requires developing trust and tending to the fearful parts within. However, by taking small steps towards vulnerability, we can build the confidence and resilience to share our emotions more openly. Whether it's starting with a close friend or family member or seeking support from a therapist or support group, expressing our emotions genuinely is a powerful tool for building stronger connections and living a more fulfilling life. Emotions and feelings help us develop a better sense of self. Understanding our emotions is a critical step towards greater self-awareness, self-care, and personal growth. When we take the time to identify and name our emotions, we gain valuable insight into our own needs and desires. For example, suppose we feel frustrated or angry in a particular situation. In that case, it may be a sign that our boundaries are being crossed or that we would benefit from reassessing our expectations, or that we need more support and additional resources. Of course, facing and acknowledging our emotions can be challenging at times, especially if we have a history of suppressing or denying them. However, with practice and patience, we can develop greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence. leading to a more fulfilling and satisfying life. Whether through journaling, therapy, or other forms of self-reflection, taking the time to understand our emotions is essential for personal growth and transformation. So to summarize, feelings and emotions, while they are often used interchangeably in conversations, are actually different. Emotions are the initial response to an event. They might happen unconsciously, whereas feelings represent emotions. Acknowledging and healthily expressing emotions and feelings helps developing a better sense of self and deeper relationships. In addition, it supports the decision-making process and is an essential step in building emotional resilience. Emotional intelligence promotes self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy. And responding with awareness to a situation rather than reacting impulsively is vital for healthy conflict resolution, better communication, and therefore deeper relationships. Our emotional well-being can impact our productivity at work too. Prioritizing our emotional well-being can help us manage stress, improve focus, and increase motivation, leading to better work performance and satisfaction at work. So paying attention to our emotional well-being also reduces the likelihood of dealing with mental health issues such as bulimia, depression, anxiety, or substance abuse. And being able to acknowledge and be with one's emotion is the foundation for physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Now, as you can see, emotional well-being affects many aspects of your life, including health, relationships, work, and the overall quality of life. Taking care of yourself and your emotional health is therefore crucial. As we are all unique, finding out what's the best way for you to tend to your inner landscape may take some time. In part 2 of this video, I will share some tools and techniques that have been helpful for myself and for my clients in being with sometimes intense emotions and therefore leading to greater well-being, happiness, and fulfillment. If you're struggling with intense emotions, feel free to reach out so we can explore how I can help you find more ease and peace in life. And if you like today's topic, stay tuned for part 2 and subscribe to my channel where I regularly post meditations with invitations to introspection and Q&A videos about relevant topics for your mental and emotional well-being. I would love to see you again. Thank you for being here today with me, and until soon, take good care.